We are Rob and Kathy, and these are our adventures in our Avon Applause 500 camper van, Serenity. Good morning and welcome to day 8. We've had a slow start this morning after a huge day yesterday. Quite tired, but we're up, we're organised, and we're going to have morning tea at the local croissantery, which isn't a word we've come across. Then we're heading across about a half-hour drive to a place called Coffin Bay. Sounds rather sinister, but actually it was named after the resident naval commissioner, Sir Isaac Coffin, by Matthew Flinders, who explored and mapped a lot of this area. So we believe it's very nice. I hope it's sheltered because the wind has still remained from yesterday when it blew up in the morning, and it's much cooler. Jumpers on. So we'll report back and tell you about Coffin Bay. Thanks. Doing a very busy Sunday morning trade here at the croissantery. Cook about to make a purchase. And a nice view of a bit more of Port Lincoln. Not far from Coffin Bay now. We're a little park up at Coffin Bay for morning tea. Sun's come out, so it started warming up a little. You do tend to forget it's summer when you get days like this. And looks very pleasant. Oyster Farms. Coffin Bay is known for its oysters. A little bit of native fauna, one of the locals, a shingleback lizard. Back from our little excursion, and it's lunchtime, and Cook is cooking up the rest of the vegan bacon, which is always very nice, on some locally bought unsliced bread.
With a beautiful
avocado.
And
baby spinach, locally sourced.
bowls.
Time for a bit of a catch-up. After lunch, I think yesterday, which was a huge day, caught up with us. And Kathy slept for at least 3 hours. I slept for about 1. So it's now about 6:30 in the evening, and we're going to head off for a walk and then come back for dinner, and it will be day done. So it hasn't been a huge one today, but we've been tired. Heading down towards one of the local walks, which I did a little bit of the other morning. The wind's really picking up. Came in about 11 o'clock yesterday morning while we were out with the sharks, and has been with us ever since. And it's dropped the temperature from mid-30s down to 21. Somewhere in between might be a bit nicer. Now here's something you don't see every day, a rock with the door on it. It's all part of the Lincoln Marine Science Centre, so they can go and enjoy their rock. Well, good morning. Day 9. Overcast a little bit and quite cool. Last night we sort of took it easy after our walk. We had dinner and off to bed. This morning up early because we're back on the road again. Today we're going from Port Lincoln to the Clare Valley because we're on to stage 2 of our journey now, which is getting up towards the Barossa region to catch up with the Tour Down Under, the cycling race, which we've also come to see. So there won't be an awful lot to tell you about or show you this morning and the afternoon. It's just going to be driving, and a lot of it over roads that we came down on when we arrived here. So if it's something intriguing, we'll film it. If not, don't expect too much today. Well, our AdBlue light has come on, which has added a little bit of excitement to our drive this morning. So we're looking to top up. It's not that easy to find a petrol station that has AdBlue out of a pump, and we're hoping this one does. But we'll get AdBlue added, top up the diesel, and we'll be off. AdBlue has been added. We've changed drivers, and we're heading now to Port Augusta. Nothing much else to report. We met the guys in this van in front of us while we were filling up with AdBlue and diesel. You'd never know it, but it's a prisoner transport, taking 2 lucky lads from Port Lincoln to Port Augusta. In Australia, we do things big. This gives a whole new meaning to a mobile home. Here we are approaching the mountains of Mordor. We've certainly come a long way. Well, we're nearing the end of a very long day of driving. We've put in 550 kilometres and we're just about at our destination at a place called Leasingham, where we've got a site booked. So we're going to be very ready to pull off and have some rest. Clare Valley Caravan Park, that's us. We'll go in here. And 20 minutes after arriving, we are set up, ready to relax and possibly some wine. Well, we have an early wrap up today. Big day of driving, 550 kilometres, and we're pretty shattered. So it's going to be dinner and reasonably early night off to bed. Cook found us this lovely little boutique caravan park. It's just great. It's so quiet, shady. So we're going to have a lovely evening here. The weather, 17, 18 degrees yesterday, back to 35 today. So it's a little bit hard to judge. Somewhere in the middle might be nice. Anyway, that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow when we make our way to Mount Barker. Well, good morning. Welcome to day 10 We're in the Clare Valley and we've just packed up. We're heading up now to our last of our big destinations. We're going to be staying for a while at Mount Barker, and from there we'll access various parts of the tour down under. The second reason we've come to South Australia. It's going to be another stinker today. It's already building up and windy, so we're looking forward to getting on the way and get the air conditioning on. Well, we're at Maggie Beers' farm shop. She was, or she is, a famous sort of TV personality cook. Saved you about an hour of very tedious driving with lots of roadworks, small windy country roads. So we're here, as I say, at Maggie Beers' farm shop.
For morning tea?
For morning tea.
As a reward?
Very much as a reward, and possibly buy a few nice things. Beautiful setting. There's an amazing range of products here. Cook has made some astute purchases, and we've got a delightful morning tea. Here's Cook auditioning for the role of the new Maggie Beers in the Maggie Beers kitchen. Well, that was Maggie Beers. It's a lovely place. If you're ever down this way near Nurriupta, do drop in. Some excellent products. And do yourself a favour. We're off to the Penfolds winery now. We'll spare you again some tedious driving, and we'll just arrive there by magic. Wines.
Vintage is happening here as well. So it's almost think like it goes down east this year.
One happy man. He has his Penfolds wine and his Penfolds hat.
Well, we're entering Hahndorf. This area has an interesting history. South Australia was a free state when it was settled. They didn't use convicts, and a lot of Germans came in during the 17 and 1800s. Hahndorf was essentially settled by the Germans and has a very much Germanic feel to it. This is our last port of call, the Beerenberg family farm, where they make excellent jams and spreads and all sorts. Going inside to do some sampling. It's certainly a big place. Cook is making some astute purchases. Really is a marvellous array of jams and spreads. Pulling into Mount Barker Caravan Park. Our accommodation for the next, how many nights, Cook?
5 nights.
4 nights.
5 nights.
5 nights. Well, Serenity's all set up for yet another campsite. And we're getting quite good at getting everything organised very quickly. So, Cook, what feast have you prepared for us tonight?
Tonight it's an Indian vegetable curry, and we're having it over a bed of rocket with some cucumber and some bread roll.
That sounds delicious. Hi, summing up day 10. Bit of driving to begin with on some fairly average roads, and then we had a lovely time at Maggie Beers for morning tea, lunch in the camper, and then continued our eating fest with afternoon tea at the Beerenberg factory, which was exceptionally nice. Then up to our new campsite and a quiet afternoon and evening. Big day tomorrow, off to Tanunda to see the tour down under start. See you then.